Happy New Year. It is a new day, a new year, and a chance to begin anew. We welcome you today and hope that you will find in this place a loving and supportive religious community. My name is Annette Lovell, and I will be facilitating a burning bowl ceremony today. But let's take care of business first. First of all, a welcome to everyone who is choosing to join us virtually this morning. Because we are holding a burning bowl, please make sure you have paper, candle, bowl, plate, something so that you can be a part of our cleansing ritual. We want everyone to be able to participate, whether they're online or whether they're here in the sanctuary. During the burning of our prayers, we will black out the online streaming for privacy issues, so that if you choose not to be shown on our cameras, it is safe. It will be blacked out. Also, if you're online, please sign into the chat box so we know who's joining us. For those of us here in the sanctuary, everyone needs to have an order of service. In that, there should be a small slip of paper that says release statement. Please make sure everyone has a release statement. Children are going to be staying with us in the service today. So no matter what your age, you need one of those. We do have some extras. Also make sure you have a pen or a pencil handy near you, wherever you are that is working. Joys and concerns will not be shared today. We will begin that again next week. However, we should do an update on Reverend Kevin. So for some of you that may not know, Reverend Kevin was hospitalized last weekend. He was in the hospital for 5 days with a bad infection. He is now home. He is resting comfortably. His words are, "I still feel really messed up." But he'll be on oral antibiotics for the next week or two. And we hope to see him back here in the pulpit on January 7th. We hope. If not, we'll be frantically trying to figure out another service very quickly. Our annual congressional meeting will be held the end of the month, January 28th. It's imperative we always have our quorum. So be looking for your updates and listening to how that's going to be handled this year. And our last announcement is Women's Group will be meeting this Friday, which is January 5th at 5:30 at Cindy Logan's home. So anyone that identifies as female or non-binary is welcome to join. It's a nice little evening. If there's nothing, no, are there any other announcements? Very good. Oh.
Don't forget coffee hour after, or snack time, however you want to refer to it. It's downstairs.
Yes, thank you. Coffee hour after the service downstairs. Thank you, Cindy. So we will start with the ringing of our peace bowl, and then we'll have our prelude. We want to thank Jessica for joining us virtually today. She'll be doing our music. So the new year is upon us, and that offers the promises that we can leave behind that which no longer serves us and embrace the opportunity to begin fresh and new. With the darkness and the dormancy of winter, it can be a quiet time for many of us and can compel us to look inward at our core, to give us a chance to release unwanted conditions in our life and make room for new beginnings. But for the moment, we'll sit back, we'll relax. Our chalice lighting this morning comes from Wendell Berry from the book Earth Prayers. He writes, "Within the circle of our lives, we dance the circles of the years, the circles of the seasons within the circles of the years, the cycles of the moon within the circles of the seasons, the circles of our reason within the cycles of the moon. Again, we come and go, changed, changing, hands join, unjoin in love and fear, grief and joy. The circles turn, each giving unto each, into all. Only music keeps us here, each by all the others held. In the hold of hands and eyes we turn in pairs, that joining each to the all again. And then we turn aside, alone, out of the sunlight gone, into the darker circles of return." Our opening hymn is on page 128 for All That Is Our Life. You are welcome to stand if you are willing and able.
For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life, for all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad.
I'd actually like to start our burning bowl ceremony with a responsive reading this morning about forgiveness. So it is printed in your order of service. I'm going to read the line that says one, and you lovely congregation, are the many. So repeat with me. It may be the hardest thing we will ever do. The one who offended may not deserve forgiveness. Why then should we forgive? Because we all miss the mark. Because restoring even one relationship heals many hearts. Because drawing closer to one another builds our communities. Because the world we seek to create is a world filled with forgiveness. It may be the hardest thing we will ever do. Let us take the first step now. So the burning bowl ceremony is a fire ceremony. It helps us release old unwanted conditions or events in our lives. It is a way to let go of the old that no longer works for us and make space for the new. It helps clear the way for new beginnings. Sometimes we need a powerful outlet to let go so that room can be made for the new in our lives. Letting go gives you freedom, which is a huge step towards happiness. We cannot be free if we cling to anger, anxiety, resentment, or even material possessions. You are constantly evolving. The universe around you is evolving, and just because something was right for you in the past does not mean that it still is. This could be a relationship, a job, a habit, a community, to name a few. It happens to you slowly as you grow. You discover more about who you are and what you want out of life, and you realize that there are deliberate changes that you need to make to keep up with the changes happening around you, and maybe more importantly, the changes happening inside you. The lifestyle you've been living may no longer fit. The specific people and routines you've had for a while no longer align with your values. Holding on is like believing that there is only a past, and letting go and moving on is knowing in your heart that there is a bright future ahead. So this morning I'd like to start with sharing 8 healthy ways to let go and move on. Number 1, accept the truth and be thankful. To let go is to be thankful for the experiences that made you laugh, made you cry, and helped you learn and grow. It's the acceptance of everything you have, everything you once had, and the possibilities that lie ahead. It's all about finding the strength to embrace life's changes, to trust your intuition, to learn as you go, and to realize that every experience has value, and continue taking positive steps forward. Number 2, distance yourself for a while. Sometimes you need to take several steps back in order to gain clarity on a situation. The best way to do this is to simply take a break and explore something else for a while. Why? So you can return to where you started, and you might see things with new eyes. And the people there may see you differently too. Returning to where you started is entirely different than if you never left. 3, focus only on what can be changed. Realize that not everything in life is meant to be modified or perfectly understood. Live, let go, learn what you can, and don't waste energy worrying about the things that can't change. Focus exclusively on what you can change. And if you can't change something you don't like, then change the way you think about it. Review your options and then reframe what you don't like into a starting point to achieve something better and different. 4, claim ownership and full control of your life. No one else is responsible for you. You are in full control of your life as long as you claim it and you own it. Through the grapevine, you may have heard that you should blame your parents, your teachers, your mentors, the education system, our government, but never to blame yourself, right? Isn't that what the world is teaching us now? It's never your fault? Wrong. It's always your fault. Because if you want to change, You will let go and move on. You will find a way. You are the only person that can make things happen. Just you. 5, focus inward. It's important to make a difference in the world. Yes, it's important to help people, but you have to start with yourself. If you're looking outside yourself to find where you fit in or how you can create an impact, pause and look inside for a while. Review who you already are, the lifestyle you're currently living, and what makes you feel alive. Then nurture these things and make positive adjustments until your current life can no longer contain them, forcing you to grow and move beyond your current circumstances. 6, change the people around you. Some people come into your life just to strengthen you and then to move on without them. They're supposed to be a part of your memory, not your destiny. The bottom line is that when you have to start compromising your happiness and your potential for the people around you, it's time to change the people around you. It's time to join local meetups, or attend conferences, or network online, or find a more supportive tribe that aligns with you. 7, take a chance. When life sets you up with a challenge, there's a reason for it. It's meant to test your courage and willingness to make a change and take a chance on something new. There's no point denying that things are different now or being fearful of the next step. The challenge is not going to wait for you, even if you hesitate. Life only moves in one direction, and that is forward. So the challenge is your chance to let go of the old and make way for the new. Your destiny awaits your decisions. And lastly, focus on today. You decide right now that negative experiences from your past will not predict your future. Figure out what that next positive step is, no matter how small or difficult, take it. Ultimately, the only thing that you can ever really do is to keep moving forward. Take that leap without hesitation, without looking back. Simply leave the past in the past and look ahead, straight, and forge towards your future. Accept the truth and be thankful. So people have always known that fire was special. Long, long ago, before people made matches and candles or even homes, people knew that fire was special. There was the great fire in the sky, our sun, which made the earth warm, made night into day. And then there were the smaller fires that people made. Fires that cooked their food, kept them warm, brought them light. People honored the fires because fire was special. Fire was more than human. Fire has power. It can bring light and it can burn, but it can create and it can destroy. Fire can be wonderful and fire can be terrible. And so many people thought that fires were something sacred and holy. No matter what they believed, people all over the world give fire a special place in their religions. They have fires in their homes, of course, but they also put sacred fires in the temples. They set sacred lamps on their altars. They lit sacred bonfires on the hillsides and in the groves. And they placed sacred torches near the graves of those who died. We still do this today in Washington, D.C., near the tomb of the unknown soldier. There is an eternal flame that burns, never goes out. In churches at Christmas time, many Christians light candles for their Advent wreaths. During the 8 days of Hanukkah, Jews light the 8 candles of the menorah. At Diwali, Hindus set small lamps all around their homes. And when Unitarian Universalists gather, we light a chalice. This is our sacred fire. So, at this time, I ask you to take several deep breaths and let go of all the busyness that it took to get here today. Let go of what you need to do later. Let yourself focus and be present for this ceremony, for this moment. This is a wonderful opportunity to let go, create the new, and put full power into your thoughts. Let us use this sacred fire to feed all of our senses and experience a transformation. Going to light our burning flame from our chalice. So you should each have a slip of paper for a release statement. Take this time to open your hearts, look inside, and decide what you need to leave behind. Look at your old patterns, your beliefs, your emotions, or anything that impedes you from realizing your true self. This will be your giveaway prayer. I will give you some time to reflect on this. Write your thoughts down on the paper provided. You can write as many words as you want, both sides, little, it doesn't matter, or you can just write a few little thoughts. It is in your hands. So I'm going to give a little extra time this year so that no one is rushed, and we'll just listen to some music as you ponder your thoughts. So now we want to bring something better into the new year. A lot of New Year's resolutions don't work because people only see their resolutions on one level, that immediate step or that do level. For success, we have to use a do, have, be model. For example, you can do something like lose weight, so you can have self-esteem and you can be confident. You have a series. But for success in our resolutions, we have to see the change at that B level, that big picture, and not just that first step. Do we want to lose weight, or do we really just want to have a healthier lifestyle, for instance? Because this could be exercising or eating better, adding meditation. It becomes a different question. So when we begin our change, focusing on who we want to be in our lives, then the do and the have steps are easier to design and manage and follow. So once again, I'm inviting you to sit back and think about what you want to manifest for the new year. What positive changes do you want to bring to yourself? What are your intentions for a happier, healthier you? And if it helps, write your thoughts down on the back of the other piece of paper I gave you, your touchstone paper that is in the order of service. Write some things down if you'd like. But as is our tradition in this congregation, I'm asking you to take all of those wonderful intentions, all of the things you want to manifest, and then condense it down to one word. A word that will be your touchstone or your power word for the next 12 months. It will remind you that word of living at the B level. So close your eyes and look inside your heart. Ask your true self to reveal to you what you want to bring forward in your life. Ask for the clarity you need to manifest your purpose. What are the gifts you want to express? What do you want to create this year? Who do you want to be? Focus on what you want to be and what will bring you joy, meaning, love, happiness, health, or prosperity. If you need help, use that list of power words that I've provided. There are some lovely ones in there. And once again, I'm going to give you some time to reflect on this, to choose to write or not, while we listen to some more music. that word in your mind. And again, you can say your own prayer or listen to the one I'm going to share. I receive my blessings now. I create my life with love, confidence, capability, and power. I am grateful and I appreciate the gifts in my life. I remember who I truly am, and I walk daily in the radiance of my enlightened heart. I receive my blessings in a powerful yet gentle way. I now invite you to stand one at a time if you are willing, and share your touchstone out loud, giving it power and intention.
Energy and strength.
Kindness. Health. Understanding.
Patience. Courage.
And mine is embracing change, which is always difficult. So I want to thank you for joining together in this ceremony. We're going to take a few moments for our morning offering. So I choose this song to conclude our burning bowl ceremony every year. It is page 118, This Little Light of Mine. I love the simple words and the thoughts of letting our beautiful light shine. So please stand as you're willing and able. We want energy, we want excitement, we like this song.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine,
So I will extinguish our chalice. Please read with me the words in your order of service. We extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. So I want to thank each person attending this ceremony for your willingness to heal yourself, which also heals the world. I thank the sacred fire for transforming our prayers and carrying them to the universe. We walk forward in light, love, joy, truth, and beauty, confident and strong, loving and free. We return to our daily lives looking forward to the future. So go into your life, manifest your dreams, and live your best life. Happy New Year, everyone.